Yo YouTube, Ruby Quart Glasses. So we're here, this is my first voiceover. You know, assume if you're subscribed to me you'd know that. So I'm about to show you some of my best jump shots that I got. Because I do a decent bit of experimenting and I watch a lot of videos on creating good jump shots. So I know what I'm doing. As you see, I'm just like pulling up, first shot, green light. That wasn't a green, but it's still money because I'm playing on rookie difficulty, for God's sakes. But I mean, I still got some nice jump shots, so I'm gonna show you best jump shots that I have, like just straight jump shots, and then I'm gonna show you some good bases and good releases. So if you want to make your own jump shots, you can. A lot of these are just experiment, like that one. Like the only good ones I have are like that one. That one's pretty good. That one, and that one. We're gonna start. This is probably the worst one I have, but it's still pretty nice. It's a little slower, but Kevin Durant bass, and then Melo and Magic Johnson in the release. One thing you're gonna notice is that I got Magic Johnson on all of my releases. One, because, well, you'll see for one of the releases it just works, like it works, and then the other ones, it's just because when you're playing on park, there's a lot of latency. If you've ever played there, you know that you can't release like you normally do. And what happens is the Magic Johnson allows there to be like a buffer, so you can still release like you normally do. With like, say for example, you just got a KD Melo shot. If you just have that, you go on the park, you can't release anything. You're just gonna be bricking. Offline, you'll probably make some stuff, but then if you take this on the park, you can release like you do offline, and it's still good. So now this release, it's nice. I like it because it's got a cue. It's got a really nice cue. You see when he gets the top of the shot. Just right when he starts to bring the ball forward, you see it's not directly when he brings the ball forward, it's like there's a little bit of a spot. So right when he starts bringing the ball forward, release it, the latency kicks in, and it's good. This one straight up stole from Agent Zero. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. Shout out to Agent Zero, man. Great channel. But this was his OG release. I added the Magic Johnson on the end because I found this was the best blend for the park, and also it still works offline. The thing with the Magic Johnson release, you just gotta release it a little later on offline, and it works fine. Now this one, you can see there's a clear cue. He brings it forward, like he just has it up and then bangs forward. You see the clear cue on that one. So yeah, this is a good release to use. It's fairly quick. It's really quick. Like it's really good. It's really fluid. And so, like, if you're like a playmaker who's running around, I know for a fact one of my viewers is a playmaker who would like to use this release. If you're like doing step back, pull up, you step back, it'll just go right into this shot. That's probably the only issue with the KD base releases. I like KD's base because, to be honest, I have KD's base in real life. This is one of the better jump shots for that. You step back, pull up right into the shot. And if you're a sharpshooter, by any chance, then this has got some pretty solid this is pretty good from limitless range. Like you're shooting like way out, like half court on the park and all that. Like this is a really good release for that. Now these next three releases are really good. This one is Now this release, if you look, this is my real life jump shot. And I don't like that it's Steph Curry, but that's kind of how I shoot. Notice there's a 40% Magic Johnson, because to be honest, it's also how I shoot. A lot of similarities to that as well. I find that if you know me in real life, then this will apply to you. If you don't, it really doesn't. Like I find that works with my real life shot, and then also the Paul Pierce. But if you can mix bases, first of all, 2K, add that to next year. You can mix bases. You know, I don't know why. Right now the Paul Pierce looking good, so I'm gonna leave it to Paul Pierce. 2K, I know you can do it. You've got a decent bit of smart people on your dev team, so you can figure that out. Now, my two releases. This one is the one from a mixtape. You guys saw this release. This release is really good, and I'm not sure if you could tell, but I think James Harden's got the best release in the game. Just straight James Harden works with this too. Straight James Harden works on this one, but I threw the 10% Magic Johnson in there because it helps for park, as you know. But just James Harden's got the best release in the game, just straight up top release. And then this release, it's really good from it's really good for bigger players. Like if you're like 6'5" and up, this is a really nice release. If you're smaller than that, I mean, it'll still work. Like for example, like Darren Williams, whose base I'm using. Darren Williams' base gets slept on. Nobody uses his base, but Darren Williams' base. Darren Williams is 6'3", so he in real life has that base. So I mean, it works for him. Like yeah, Darren Williams' base is nice. And I told you about James Harden's release. You already know about that. Now here's my newest release. This is the new. I worked on this one for a while, and it's nice. This is one that works for all around. You can't be really short and use this release like maybe not on park. Like you could use this offline. I'm gonna be honest, all these releases are good offline. The only one that's not very good offline is my release, or at least not great offline. So don't use the Seed Carlo release offline. But the 49. Release 1 Macklemore, release 2 Harden. You have to have release 1 and release 2. Has to be like that. Because otherwise, you see that clear cue? Like how when he's at the top of his jump, that's when he throws the ball forward. Like that cue doesn't happen if you put the releases the other way. Like I'll quick show you. You see the cue is gone because look, he hits the top of his jump, and then he hesitates. Well, actually no, he hits the top. He shoots before he hits the top of his jump. It's not what you want. You don't want that. You want it to be a clear cue from when he hits the top of his release. And also in general, if you like for example, like I do this, I experiment with offline releases all the time. If you just want to have a top, if you don't like the blending for releases, Macklemore is a good straight up release. But just this is the best blend I have. This is the one I was using when I first started the video. This is the one I have. And now, I'm guessing, because you've seen my other videos, you know that I'm a shot creator. And so, I've experimented with a lot of releases. All of these releases, to be honest, the one that's the worst with this is my release, and also probably the KD Mello one. It's a blending with off dribble shots. KD's base only really blends with KD's off dribble shots, which are slow. And but Hard Macklemore and the D-Will are really good with that, and so is this. Also, I'm gonna show you real quick. If you're a big guy, this is the perfect off dribble shot to use. If you are taller than 6'5", use the Kent Bazemore off dribble shots. I'm gonna quick show them off real quick. All right, so here in my court, you see the off dribble release for Kent Bazemore. See, look, green light already. It doesn't affect the bases a lot at all. The Hard Macklemore and the 49. And see, off dribble, that cue is still there. You see when he hits top of his jump, he still releases the ball. I know I didn't release the ball there, but you know what I'm talking about. See, this is the thing actually why Hard Macklemore release is great, because it's quick. See how quick that release is compared to all the other ones that I've shown. So and why it's important for me for having a quick release. Look, I'm not very fast moving around the court. I need a quicker release so that if I get open, I can just go whoop. Also, being taller, I can shoot through more contests as well. Yo, if you guys want me to drop a build video, oh my god, I just missed a layup. If you guys want me to drop a build video on my shot creator, you want me to tell you about why this build is as dominant as it can be, as it is on part, then ask me. I can do that for you. This is not my post score. I can't do those moves. I also do have post score. I'm not sure if you know about that, because this guy's my online player. I also have my offline player, who's post scorer. He's a beast. I already got gold drop step on him, even though this is like not a player that I'm grinding badges for. So yeah, those are my jump shots, just my basic jump shots. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna show you some stuff. Basically, it's how I find a release that's good, and what releases are good and what bases are good. I'm gonna give you my base there. First thing, if you wanna look for a base, use Danilo Gallinari's on the release 1 and release 2, because first of all, it's a clean release. That's one of the best. It's a pretty solid release. They patched it earlier in the year, but it's still nice. So Danilo Gallinari has a nice upper release. It's like it interferes the least with the base. You can see what the base is the best. Now I'm going to show you some of my favorite bases and and why they're my favorite bases. People talk about Curry's base like they like it, but one thing, just if you're trying to find your own thing outside of mine, look at his feet. You see how my foot starts back before I shoot it? Like that little second bothers me. I'm gonna show you. I actually tried to use this release earlier in the year because it's very similar to High School 1, which is really good. Deion Waiters, he takes that step. See, Dwayne Wade has a similar release, but he doesn't take that step. That's why Dwayne Wade's release is better than Deion's. So now some good named bases. Of course, you know Kevin Durant. It's great base. It gets you really high up off the ground, and for a lot of releases, it can give you a steady cue. Of course, Danilo Gallinari on his own, just straight Gallinari, he's nice. Vince Carter's like exactly the same as Gallinari. I don't know why they're different. Rudy Gay, that's really good. Rudy Gay's got a nice base. See, look, once again, look at the feet. That's what doesn't move. That's what's. If you're a big guy, or if you're not shooting a lot of threes, Paul George is nice because Paul George, like, if you're like a quarter of an inch behind the 3-point line, if you're not directly on the line, it's a brick. Kyrie Irving, underrated base. You take a small step, but the base is so fast, especially on smaller players. Like all smaller players, you should probably have Kyrie Irving at least in your arsenal. Bronze is alright, gets you up off the ground pretty quick, and he doesn't take a huge step. Not a huge fan of it though. Kevin Love is fluid. Same with Kevin Martin. They're both fluid. I find the Love release is more centered and it's better for bigger guys, but Martin's is faster. Tony Parker's got a nice base. Tony Parker's got a nice simple base. Kemba Walker, also nice. Kemba Walker is very similar to Kevin Love and Kevin Martin, as he just goes straight up like that. And then if you're a sharpshooter, or if you spot up a lot, Klay Thompson's nice. But it takes forever to get up into a shot if you're trying to step back into it. It just takes forever. And I'll tell you, High School 1, I told you about High School 1. Already got High School 1 there. High School 1's nice. Now we get into the number releases. There's a decent bit of number releases that are good, but my favorites. You saw it on one of my best releases. Jump Shot 49. Gets you up in the air real quick. It's nice. Now 65. Another good one. It's like High School 1, but it's quicker. It's like the Deion Waiters, but it's more fluid and it's faster. Gets you up off the ground more. Now, none of the set shots are good unless you're a real big guy. Set shot 14. That used to be Maurice Spates jump shot in 2K, and I love it. Actually, I think it still is. So I'm looking through here. I'm looking through bases. I'm gonna go 65 for now, so I can show you some releases that I find are nice. Mellows is nice. It's really high. It's really high up. You see that? It's inconsistent sometimes, but if you throw the Magic Johnson on it, of course, it's not. Okay, speaking of Magic Johnson, I'm going to show you why don't use Magic Johnson as your main release. It's ugly as shit. Just Magic Johnson's ugly shit. But if it's the release 2, it's nice. So now let's head back to the beginning here. What else? Kobe. Ooh, Kobe. Kobe's got a good... This is a 2-motion shot. If you have trouble finding cues, Kobe's nice. He brings it up, brings it forward. Get a nice cue there. Curry's good for offline, but if you notice, there's really not a cue. He just kind of shoots it. There's no cue. That's why I like having a release 2 with a Curry release. These are not good online. Not good online. Just Curry's not good online. Okay, Durant. He's got a good release, but it's, to be honest, it's a little too fast for my liking. I don't like it. It's so fast. I already told you about Gallinari. Rudy Gay. Once again, Rudy Gay also making a shot. I already told you the best release in the game. I already told you about the best release in this game, James Harden. It's just fluid. It's got a nice cue. Brings the ball far enough above his head. That's good. It's nice. Kyrie Irving, I find, is okay. It's quick, but just it doesn't have a nice cue either. So you want to play Magic Johnson on that one if you want to use it. Michael Jordan has a good release. It's kind of like Kobe with the 2-motion, but it's higher. And the cue is a little less obvious. It's a little more obvious on the Kobe release. What else? Ben McLemore. I told you about Ben McLemore already. It's a lower release. You see how low it is. It's like right in front of your face. But it's still good. It still goes in a lot. It's still easy to shoot with. Klay Thompson. Once again, Klay Thompson. You see, he's a good shooter, so of course he's going to have a good release. I find Russell Westbrook is really good for guards. I see a lot of guards using Russell Westbrook's release. It's high up and it's quicker. Now what you want to do to find a Magic Johnson split is, like, look, you see, he brings it up, brings it forward, and then he shoots. There's a little too much of a delay there. Brings it up. See, there's a little bit of a delay. So bring it back down to 10%. Perfect. That's a good part release right there. I'm actually going to save that. Found Rudy Gay's release is aight in moving shots. It's not great, but it's good. It's serviceable. So now, yeah, that's my jump shot video. This is if this helped you, please leave a like and subscribe. If you haven't already, the majority of people who are watching my videos have already subscribed, mostly because there's like 3 of you. Hope you have a good day.